Hey everybody, it's Kai from Techno Funk Boy. I just wanted to do like a quick video, just because I thought that I would do a little bit about kind of the recording process and some of the unforeseen issues that come up on this. So I'm doing this song for Dice Dreary, and the area we're in, and if you're listening along, then you've caught on to this. But if you're watching this in the future and you want to know what areas I'm talking about, this is like around episodes 18 through about probably end up being about 22 or 23. We're in this area where I've chosen kind of like a really kind of synthy industrial sound to it, and not to give anything away, but if you keep listening, you're going to understand why that is. And this one particular song just has this like pulsating background thing going on, and I did this with MIDI, which if you're not familiar, it's like this system that tells electronic musical instruments what to play and when. That way, I can kind of get it looping around and quantize it, which means I snap it to the grid, so it's very properly rhythmic and all, and it goes like this. So I'm just gonna play a little bit of this. So this is very much like inspired like the Quake soundtrack that Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails did. Um, that's kind of it's not even quite music, but it's very rhythmic and it's very industrial, and so this is what I'm recording. But like there's like 5 minutes of just that. That's all that's going on in the background. And so I had I've got the loop set up and all, and I hit record, and I go next door on this side to make sure the kids are okay and they're getting to sleep. And like I shut the door and all that, and I had the speakers on but not particularly loud. And so I'm like telling all the kids good night, and making sure they're in bed. And sure enough, my daughter was wanted something changed in her room, and so I did that for her and got her under the covers. And as like things are quieting down, I'm like in very low in the background, I'm hearing this, and this was like in the music minute 3 or 4 of this, and it's very faint, but it is definitely there. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna give my kids nightmares. And so I was like, all right, so now I know what level the speakers really need to be at when I'm doing something that kind of that kind of intense. And so we will see if they wake me up in the middle of the night after having nightmares. I think they'll be fine, but yeah, definitely something that was good for me to learn, that my soundproofing is not quite as good as I had hoped, and I will need to keep it down a little bit while they're in bed. All right, I appreciate y'all hanging with me for a real quick story. We are going to be doing a little bit more on the recording process and all. I'm we've made a commitment. We're going to get 2 videos up every single week now, and a lot of that is going to be about recording. It's going to be a lot about game music, and so please do like this video, comment down below, and above all else, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notices when we release, and that way you'll know what's coming up, and you can watch to your heart's content. So appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.